Harriet Tubman. Harriet Tubman was a freedom fighter and abolitionist. After she escaped slavery, she led dozens of other enslaved people to freedom along the route of the Underground Railroad. Harriet Tubman was born as Araminta Ross around the year 1822. She lived on a plantation with her parents and siblings, but the family was split up, with different members sold to different plantations. She worked as a house servant from an early age, as young as 5 or 6. Throughout her childhood, Harriet was brutally beaten and abused by the slave owners. These horrific events instilled in Harriet a desperate desire to be free. Harriet constantly planned her escape, despite knowing that there could be violent consequences. In 1849, she ran away to Pennsylvania, a free state. She worked and lived as a free woman in the city of Philadelphia, but Harriet's own freedom was not enough for her. She wanted her whole family to be free. Harriet knew that if she returned to save her family, she would be putting herself in danger and could even be enslaved again. Her friends in Philadelphia warned her to be cautious. But in 1850, she left Philadelphia to rescue her family. Over the next few years, Harriet led more than 70 people to freedom along the Underground Railroad. Even as slavery ended, Harriet continued fighting for freedom. When the Civil War started, she joined the Union Army and worked as a nurse. The soldiers noticed that she was familiar with the land and the people. They also knew that Harriet was a great organizer and leader. She was called on to lead an important Union raid on the enemy territory. She became the first woman in history to lead a military raid. Harriet dedicated her life to ending slavery and leading others to freedom. She did everything she could to help others, giving away money and property even though she was living in poverty. Her bravery and determination not only helped her to free many people, but also to expose the injustice of enslavement. I was the conductor of the Underground Railroad for 8 years, and I can say what most conductors can't say. I never ran my train off the track, and I never lost a passenger. Explore more. Look for Eliza's Freedom Road, an Underground Railroad diary by Jardine Nolan to read a historical novel about an enslaved girl's journey to freedom.